Certainly not pleased with the outcome of the game. Came in here stubborn to want to come out with a win and do everything we need to do to come out with a win. Felt like the same areas we talk about after every game, when those show up to the best of our ability, I don't think anybody can beat us. And today, our ball pressure wasn't at the level it needed to be. We got out-rebounded, and our ball toughness wasn't where it needed to be. So certainly today we understood the magnitude of the game. What I'm more interested in now with our group is how we respond, how we bounce back, how we come to the practice floor, how intentional we are, how excited we are to continue improving and getting better. And that'll be our next challenge, and we're ready to get after it.
For both players, what do you have to do in practice to get better between now and whenever, Wednesday, I guess it is?
I mean, really just about staying the course. Just continuing to, work on our defense, work on our schemes, work on our rebounding, our technique, working on taking care of the ball, things like that. Just not giving the other team easy possessions and just staying disciplined.
Yeah, well, as they said, I agree with him. We just got to keep doing what we've been doing and do it even harder. We got to, watch film, see what we did wrong this game, see what the areas that we can improve on, and we got to execute those in practice.
Isaiah, what was it different about this game, do you think, than the previous 12? Not in the result, but just playing a league game against a team of that caliber?
I mean, they're a good team. I mean, it was just, you could tell, we scouted them. And they scouted us. It felt like we definitely knew what each other's game plans were coming in. It was really just about who executed it better.
Tristan and Isaiah, how far away are you from a Baylor like?
Not as far as everybody thinks. I feel like we're close. I feel like we could have came out with a win today. That's a really good team. They made tough shots. They made big-time shots. They rebounded, and we just got to do better executing the things that we wanted to do. We didn't get those done.
Yeah, they're a good team, but I feel like we're a good team too, and I don't think seeing it like there's a gap between us. I don't think that's the right way to look at it. I think we're, we got just as good as players as they got. Today we didn't do a good job of executing some of the things that we really take pride in, like rebounding, taking care of the ball.
Isaiah, 1 of 14 from 3 for you guys. What needs to change there?
Get better ones. Get ones that come off of driving kicks, stuff like that. Rhythm shots, not ones at the end of the clock, not ones that are contested or forced. So just, taking the right shots is a big thing, and just, continuing to get reps up.
Anything further for the players?
Tristan, having played in the Big 12, just how much was this kind of a reminder of what this conference is like as a grind?
I mean, yeah, it's fast-paced, it's physical. And I think that, we've been working on that ever since we all got here on campus. I feel like, we've been preparing for these type of games ever since the start. So, for me, it was definitely a reminder. Obviously I didn't play as much last year as compared to this, so it's kind of new to me as well. I feel like, we just got to keep doing what we're doing.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job.
TJ, I'll ask you the same thing I asked the players. How far are you away from a team like Baylor?
Yeah, I don't gauge where we are, think about where we are relative to anybody else or what they do. My task every day is to try to continue to bring out the confidence, the unity with our group, make sure we play as hard as we can and execute the best of our abilities. So I really don't know or I'm not going to evaluate or think about how we relate or compare to another team. I'm just going to do everything that I can to continue to keep focus on getting these guys better and playing at their best, and then we'll see where we're at game in and game out.
They shot 50% from the floor. Did you feel like that was you guys, or was that good offense beating good defense at times?
Well, definitely in the first half, there seemed to be a lot of long twos, fadeaways, and shots that they made at the end of the clock. Certainly there was some in the second half also. They've got some veteran guys who've played in big games, and part of finding ways to win big games is making those shots when they matter at the end of the clock. So I felt like some of our ball pressure could have certainly been better. Some of our switches could have been a little more clear and better to take things away. But they're a good team, and a lot of times there's a good player with the ball in space, and he makes the player makes the shot. So we've got to have a mentality that we make them miss, force them to miss. But, you know, they did that and a better job of that ultimately than what we did.
How did you feel like your guys handled the stage in the moment of being in a game like this, in an atmosphere like that?
Well, I felt like the competitive spirit was certainly there for 40 minutes. You know, there was times that in transition and things, some live ball turnovers that we had, just those are plays that you can't afford to have in a game like that. But overall, from an effort, energy, you know, diving for loose balls, rotating defensively, taking charges, effort on the boards, those sort of things, our guys did a great job. Now we've just got to be a little more sound in our execution and probably have some more timely offense and shot making at key points in the game to propel us through.
Do you feel like you matched their toughness throughout, though, or did it flag maybe a little bit down the stretch?
Well, there's some times, you know, like loose balls that you want to make sure you get all of them. You know, the term 50-50 ball, we try to get all those. Those aren't 50-50. And so there's certainly a couple that come to mind that I felt like had we secured that play or finished that play, would have really helped us. So that's part of it. You know, again, not that this is a thing, but certainly they're a tall, long, physical, athletic team that goes to the offensive rebounds with force. So we've got to make sure that every possession that we're intentional from a toughness, physicality, throwing the first punch, hitting first mindset. And so felt like there was times we certainly did that, and there was times we could have been better.
How much solace do you take in the fact that Isaiah, again, is close to a double-double, giving you that production, and Tristan for high in points, and he gets close to that, really buoys you on the offensive boards early?
Well, I'm proud of both of those guys with how they work every day, and you want to see guys that work hard and put the time in have success, because that's a life lesson. That's what we really preach, teach, and demand. At the same time, our guys aren't in this for the individual accolades and stat stuffing. We're in this for wins, and we weren't successful at that today, and I know both of those guys are disappointed as a result of it.
Rob kind of jumped on it, but Inaruna's played probably his two best games for you back-to-back. Have you seen that, like, day-to-day, like, practice-wise? Is he practicing better? What have you seen from him the last 3-4 weeks leading up to this?
Yeah, he's been a lot more intentional about setting the tone with being a great cutter, with doing a great job on the glass, finishing around the rim with force. Today, I mean, to be 8 for 11 from the field and 7 of 8 from the foul line against a team with that size and length and physicality says a lot about his continued progress and development. So he's working on it. He's continuing to make those strides. And, we're proud of him that it came out in the game. So we just need to keep building on it. He needs to keep working that same way, and good things will come.
How does the three-point shooting improve as league play continues?
Well, ultimately, it's to some extent what Isaiah said. I mean, it's getting the right shot for the right guys at the right time, and we need to have the confidence to knock those down. And we believe in our guys. We spend a lot of time on the player development and shot making, and we want them to have the confidence in those key moments to do that. So it'll be something that as we practice, we continue to build their confidence in that way so that they feel like when the reality of the game sets in, they can be successful.
Thank you, TJ.
Thank you.